I mean, kind of cool if he can continue to steal money and they match him the way they match him.
It's kind of cool if he can keep robbing people, but I can't take his house away from him. So if they can match him the way they've been matching him, then more power to him. I mean, I'm going to beat him up for sure, but it might just be simple because he doesn't want that smoke. Floyd Mayweather recently supported Jake Paul in his bout with Mike Tyson, but Tony Bellew is not impressed that the battle will last only 2 minutes. The battle has been authorized as a professional match, and 8 rounds, lasting 2 minutes each, are planned for action only. Typically, formal fights involving female competitors in the professional ranks follow this 2-minute time frame. Furthermore, Bellew criticized the fighters for opting to compete in the condensed style this summer. He told Ace Odds that the fight was registered as a professional match because it featured 14 gloves and 2-minute rounds. Bellew further expressed his frustration, questioning who had commissioned and approved the fight, calling Jake Paul an idiot who only cared about being associated with Mike Tyson's record. Bellew called the situation insane and acknowledged that Tyson no longer cared about his record, but he also questioned how the approval was granted. It's crazy, but Jake Paul only wants to be on Mike Tyson's record. I understand why Mike Tyson doesn't care about his record, but how are you passing this? He continued, saying that his entire career had been fought in 3-minute rounds, and he questioned how a 2-minute round bout was allowed on his professional record. He brought up the fact that 2-minute rounds are the norm for women's boxing, not men's, and he criticized the decision to classify such a bout as professional, calling it a disgrace and an outright mockery. He continued how as Mike Tyson allowed a 2-minute round match to appear on his professional record when his entire career has been fought over 3-minute rounds. Why are rounds longer than 2 minutes considered professional? It's a shame that the women's code is longer than the men's. It's true that Tyson said he was the one who asked for the fight to be all action during a press conference with Paul to announce the fight in New York. The news that the forthcoming fight will be formally acknowledged as a professional battle was quite unexpected, as opposed to Legend's previous matchup with Roy Jones Jr. in 2020, which was classified as an exhibition naturally Iron Mike, who is 26 years old and in peak physical condition. He even bulked up to 230 pounds for his first heavyweight battle. Won't be able to use his signature power for longer bursts like he did in his prime. The seasoned fighter has shared brief training videos showcasing his signature strength, but he's been advised to proceed with caution. Paul claims that he put on weight in an attempt to mimic Tyson's physical characteristics. He claims that while everything has gone well, the switch to heavyweight has been rather difficult. I definitely needed to put on weight so that I'm able to compete with Mike Tyson, and so that he's not able to throw me around in the ring. Moreover, Jake mentioned that he had been sparring with heavyweights and eating more food. He acknowledged that Mike Tyson had called him fat, but expressed his belief that the fat would turn into muscle. He was confident that come fight night, he would be able to move and dance around the ring like a true heavyweight. On the other hand, a former world boxing champion, has offered to step in to replace Mike Tyson and fight Jake Paul. It follows Tyson's medical issue this week, while traveling from Miami to Los Angeles by plane following the incident. Paramedics raced to the plane's landing site. However, Tyson got out of the aircraft on his own walking and didn't appear too much worse for where a stomach ulcer flare-up had caused him to feel lightheaded and queasy during the flight. The medical emergency sparked immediate worries about the cancellation of the Paul versus Tyson fight, especially considering the significant 30-year age difference between the 27-year-old Paul and the 57-year-old Tyson. But a defiant Iron Mick posted on X on Tuesday he was now feeling 100%. Even though I don't need to beat Jake Paul. Paul turned to X to address speculations that the July 20th fight would be canceled after he became upset and saw on social media that the fights would not go forward. Paul frequently stated he loved to make up before knowing the truth for hits and likes. Nothing has changed in case Tyson becomes too ill to fight. An unexpected opponent has now joined the fray. Few fights in recent memory have generated as much controversy as the match between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Former IBO super middleweight champion Saki Oe won the title from 2008 to 2010. Baker has not competed since taking a 4-year hiatus in 2021. However, he stated that if Jake Paul is serious about facing a former champion, look for someone a lot younger or active within the last decade. In addition to the inevitable effects of aging, voices from all walks of life have weighed in with perspectives from every imaginable angle. Former fighter Channon has shared his thoughts, but his opinion is bound to cause a stir. As previously mentioned, Tyson's health is becoming more concerning. Despite all of these circumstances, the former champion is now dealing with the fallout from his lengthy boxing career. Sonnen thought that Paul shouldn't give Tyson much thought in light of another highly publicized bout involving boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. and mixed martial artist Conor McGregor. The controversial former fighter disputed iron, pointing out that a matchup of such nature might possibly be considered unlawful. Mike's medical emergency and statements to the media, insisting that Paul should not have mercy on his opponent because it is a crime that is illegal and is being manipulated, were allegedly a reference to the highly controversial fight between Mayweather and McGregor. Although the box won the match, critics contended that Mayweather took an unusually long time to secure his victory, which sparked widespread rumors about a potential fix. The fight had been officially sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, so Sonnen told Paul that it would be dishonest on Paul's part and a great opportunity for Mike if the troubled child purposefully extended the fight with Tyson beyond what could be resolved. Sonnen clarified that Jake had more weight than Tyson, in addition to being older and in better health. Considering all of this, Sonnen expressed his pride in Iron Mike, saying that this is a really brave moment for Mike. He went on to say that the legendary boxer is risking his reputation for the upcoming fight. UFC icon Michael Bisping has voiced concerns about the upcoming fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, which is still scheduled for this summer. Despite showing respect for the combat sports legend, Bisping has criticized the fight's continuation because of the fighter's significant 30-year age difference. One notable mismatch is that when Mike Tyson had a medical emergency, paramedics had to be rushed onto the plane. People asked for a doctor, and the doctor said, "Come on, take Mike Tyson off the plane." It's not a good look, and this is not good press when you're